we believe what we think should be true. Somebody makes a claim, you believe it's true because it should be true. But it also plays into our own personal bias when it comes to the way we think the world should be, and the way we think our kids should be, and the way we think our relatives, and that sort of thing. Somebody comes up to your mom and says, there was 2 kids over there, and they were kicking a puppy. Your son was one of them. I don't believe that. No way, never do that. The next door neighbor was also doing it. Yeah, that shitty kid, I can see him doing it. Right? You see the difference? You believe the things that, I don't like that kid, so yeah, that's probably the type of thing he would do. But my kid, nah, not in a million years. Claims are that way. People come up and we believe the things we want to believe, and we look for ways to believe it. Who's that actor that they're now saying faked his racial attack? The Empire TV show, right? He said, he went out and he was all like bruised up and beat up and stuff, and he said, 2 white guys came over. They were wearing Make America Great Again hats. They said, this is MAGA country. What are you doing here? They used racial slurs and gay slurs. Apparently he's gay. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they said, this is our country. And they took a noose and put it around his neck and they beat him up. That's the story he told. And people were like, oh my gosh, that's horrible, right? When you hear that story? So what happened to the news media? What did they do? The news media that saw America as racist and as evil, and that saw Trump supporters as racist, evil people, what did they do?
They emphasized that.
They immediately believed it. They didn't turn around and say, just a second, that doesn't sound right. That's ridiculous. What happened? You're in Chicago and 2 white guys came at you with MAGA hats. They didn't do that. They said, yeah, those sons of bitches. MAGA hats, that sounds about right to me. And they ran the story. And everyone ran the story. And then guess what? They found the guys. They had all this video. And they found the guys that did it. 2 guys. Guess what?
So was it white guys?
2 black dudes.
So it was 2 black guys?
And guess what? They went in and arrested them. And the black guys that said, well, actually we work with him. He paid us to do this. I don't know. This is what they're saying now. Again, as a critical thinker, I'm stepping back and I'm reserving conclusion and judgment here. I don't know. They are saying there weren't white guys. It was us. We did it, and we were paid to do it. And supposedly there's a lot of evidence to support that. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what pans out with that. But do you see how we automatically want to believe the things that fit into our narrative, the things that we want to believe are true? Like when you guys were taught about the greatest presidents that have ever lived. Who were you told were the greatest presidents that ever lived? Washington, Adams, Jefferson, got the first 3 there, Lincoln. We're told in a very short snippet, nutshell, why these guys are great, right? You realize that it's extremely complex and did a whole bunch of things, but they narrowed down their greatness into like 2 or 3 things, don't they? And Roosevelt, what is Roosevelt known for? The New Deal. In fact, right now we're talking about the new Green Deal. The Democrats, right? They're referencing Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal. And what was the New Deal all about? A bunch of programs, because we were in a severe financial straits, and he came up with a bunch of government programs to get us out of the Depression. Were you taught that it worked? But he was revered because why? He tried to do something. At least he tried, right? Or, that's on one side. On the other side is, he was brilliant, and these all worked. What else did he do? Let me back up. What if Trump right now said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're having an issue at the border. I'm trying to get a wall built. You guys are familiar with this, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this damn wall built. Stupid Democrats are getting in the way. And everybody's saying I don't like Mexicans. It's not that. It's just I want a wall built. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all the Mexicans that live here in America, and I'm going to round them all up, and I'm going to put them in a camp in the middle of Iowa or some hellhole. Maybe, what's the worst state? Nevada. And I'm going to put them in all the Mexicans in Nevada, and I'm going to put them in some camps, and we're just going to keep them there until we can figure out what's going on with this wall, because all these Mexicans are coming up here. I don't know who to trust and who not to trust. You know how Mexicans are. What would Trump be known for the rest of his life Do you think it would be to build the wall? It would be the fact that he rounded up all the Mexicans and encamped them, and he's a racist son of a bitch, right? You realize that that's what Roosevelt did. Did you ever hear about that? He took all the Japanese
Put them in camps.
and put them in a camp because of World War II. These were American citizens. Do you see the bias? People see what they want to see. They focus on what they want to focus on. He's considered the greatest president of all time. Oh, sure, there was a thing where he took all the Japanese and put them in a camp, but we'll just ignore that because he tried hard to get us out of the Depression. These are like parents who are saying, my kid's not kicking the puppy. As critical thinkers, we need to see beyond that crap.